Hey guys, I am back and I'm brunette. You know me, I love to change it up and I'm kind of feeling this little change, but we'll see how long it lasts. I am so sorry that I have neglected you guys. I am back now and I am ready to go. I am so excited to get back to filming. So I get messages every single day from boys and girls asking me loads of different questions and looking for a lot of advice on getting into the industry, or they're in the industry and they want to get themselves to the next level with their skills or with their social media and things like that. I really love doing these kind of videos because this is something I'm really passionate about. I have been there before where I have not known where to start, where to begin, how to get my foot in the door, especially back when I started makeup, because it wasn't as common as it is now and a lot of people wouldn't have got their makeup done. But yeah, I literally was so eager to get into makeup that I messaged random people, anyone that I thought had any sort of knowledge on getting into the makeup industry. I was messaging them, I was researching every single course under the sun, and it's just all very daunting and overwhelming. So I can totally relate to anyone out there that messages me and asks me for advice, and I love to get back to every single person. So I think this video will really help for me to get out to a lot of people at once. Some of the messages I get, my heart literally melts because I feel like the person that's messaging me is literally me 4 or 5 years ago when I was trying to get into the industry myself, and I would literally love to sit every single person down and just have a big long chat about everything. So that's why I love these kind of videos. I think they're going to help a lot of people. So if you do enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this, maybe I haven't answered some of your questions, definitely let me know and I will get more done. We could make this like a little sequel where I do this more often and I just answer whatever questions you have makeup related. So I got lots of messages over on Snapchat and Instagram, and I'm going to go through them all now and we'll answer as many as we can. If I don't answer your question, please message me and I will definitely respond. So let's get right into it. Starting in the industry, is there anything that I would avoid doing? I would say to avoid not taking on jobs or opportunities that come your way that may not be good pay, or you may not be getting paid at all, because every bit of experience will benefit you 100%. I did a lot of free work when I started off. I did a lot of early mornings, a lot of traveling, a lot of things for literally no money. But I'm really happy that I did do that because I really gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and you just need to keep saying to yourself that you're gonna get better. You need to just stick to it, take on any experience that you can get, because that's gonna build up your knowledge and it's gonna make you a better artist. The better you get, the better opportunities you're gonna get. Another thing I would say to avoid doing is getting yourself into any conflict or being in any sort of competition with anyone. Just focus on yourself. There's so much cattiness and so much bitching going on in the beauty industry in general, and there's really no need for it, because if everyone just came together and empowered each other, everyone would be so much more confident in themselves. So I just think focus on yourself, better yourself as an artist every single day. Don't look at anyone else, what they're doing, and don't be in competition with anyone else, because that will not get you far at all. The only person that's important is you and how you're progressing, and be happy for people. Don't be in competition with someone that may be doing better than you are right now, because in a couple of years you may be at their level as well. Everyone has started at different times, so you cannot compete with another person and what they're doing. Just focus on your own direction and where you're going, because everyone else has completely different paths to what you have. Okay, so Aoife asked, did you always want to be a makeup artist, and what would you have done if you didn't do makeup? Okay, so my whole childhood I wanted to be a vet. I always wanted to do something that would look after animals and rescue animals and things like that. But as I got older, I realised that was not for me, because firstly, I would be an emotional wreck every single day looking at injured animals, and secondly, I'm not an academic person, so going to college for 8 years to be a vet was definitely not in the cards for me. But yeah, I always wanted to do something where I'd be rescuing animals, and I still would love to do that. So as I got older and realised that I am not academic whatsoever and I hated school and all I wanted to do was be creative, I realised that I absolutely loved makeup, especially when me and my friends started going out. Like, I literally would line them all up and I loved doing all their makeups. Like, it literally was the best thing to me. So I grew my passion there, and I also loved fashion as well. And I ventured into fashion then first because makeup really wasn't that common of a job back then, so I knew that fashion was something a little bit more safe safe, and everyone else edged me on to do fashion. But when I got into fashion, I realised I was better just wearing the clothes than making the clothes. So I decided to go and do makeup because I knew all along that makeup was my #1 passion, and I knew that I would never be happy doing anything other than makeup. Okay, so Faye asked, any advice on how to stop foundation from separating, disappearing from your nose? Always struggle with this. So it's just down to what you're putting on your skin and how you're putting it on. You're either not putting on your primer or you're not setting it well enough. And sometimes people with oily skin, whether they've done their makeup right that morning, it'll still wear off throughout the day just because their skin is super oily. But what I would say is just have a little powder with you at all times and just pat it down with a powder brush. My favourite thing for doing that just gathers it all back up together and just makes it nice and smooth, is the Illamasqua foundation powder. It is literally amazing. Any separation on the skin, just pat it on with a little powder brush and it literally looks flawless again. Okay, so Alyssa asked, what is your favourite foundation for normal skin, not oily or dry? My favourite foundation is Illamasqua Skin Base and Makeup Studio Face It Light. Both are amazing for normal skin because they're creamy and they're hydrating, so they just sit so nicely on the skin, and both are full coverage. Have you tried the Fenty Beauty foundation? No, I haven't, and I really need to. I'm a little late on that one. And what is your favourite lashes? My favourite lashes at the minute are the So Sue lashes, the luxury ones. I love Kendall and I love Vogue. I also love Lee Lash in every single style because they literally are life. So yeah, they'd be my two go-to lashes at the minute. Okay, so Avine asked me what college did I go to for makeup. Okay, so I studied makeup in Paddy McGurgan's Makeup Pro store, which is where I worked for a long time after I studied. So there's 3 stores in the north of Ireland. There is one in Belfast, Newry and Derry. All stores do the academy, which is what I done. So the academy is a 9-week course, 1 day a week. You can do it either on a Sunday or a Monday, depending on where you're located. And this is just basically an intensive course taking you from beginner level right up to advanced, and then you have a photo shoot at the last week. This course is so intense and there's so much information and so much products and so much skill and technique crammed into the one course that you literally come out of it a completely different artist, and I 100% recommend it. I think it's an amazing course to do to get your foot in the door, to start into makeup, to get your knowledge on everything, whether it be products, whether it be the industry. I think there's so many courses out there and it's really hard to choose what ones are legit, what ones are going to benefit you. To be honest with you, in my opinion, a lot of courses are very money orientated. It's literally, you're just another number and it's in, out and get the money and that's it, which is a harsh reality, and I don't want to recommend you courses where that's the case, because I feel like that's a big waste of money. And for anyone that's trying to get into the industry, you really do want to make contacts and get your foot in the door, which is why I recommend Makeup Pro Store 100%. Paddy is always there, and if he sees potential in you and sees passion in you and drive, he will 100% help you and guide you into a future job, or maybe he has jobs open for you. A lot of courses the person teaching you doesn't even know your name and you're just another number, but in the likes of Makeup Pro Store, I feel like it's so family orientated and it's just very close, and everyone cares. So anytime you come back into the store, you get your student discount and everyone is there and remembers you and chats to you and helps you with your makeup and products and whatever it may be. And I know from teaching for years in Makeup Pro Store that the staff and Paddy are there to help you get to the next level. Okay, Leah asked, how do you do a proper cut crease on a saggy on a saggy eye? My eyes have so much excess skin that's dripped from getting my brows waxed from when I was like 10. It takes me half a day doing a cut crease. For me, I have quite flat hooded eyes as well, so I think when you do have a little bit of excess skin there, it is a little bit more difficult, but I think cut creases are perfect for that type of eye because it gives the illusion of a more deep set eye. So it's just lifting that cut crease that slight bit above the excess skin, so it gives the illusion of a more open, bigger eye. I will do a video on that because I think that's really important, and I think it can be quite difficult when you don't really know where you're going with it, but I will definitely do a video on that for you. Okay, so Ash said, I am starting out doing makeup and I always doubt myself that I'm not good enough to go freelance. How do you keep motivated when starting out? Okay, for me as someone that started out actually getting a job in Makeup Pro Store and working there for years until I actually went out on my own, I think it's a different situation. When you're only starting out in makeup and then you're doing freelance, it can be extremely overwhelming with the amount of artists all over that will have clientele, and you're worried about getting clientele, you're doubting yourself, everything like that. To be totally honest, I think a counter job or a job like working in Makeup Pro Store was the best thing that I've ever done, because it gave me so much knowledge on clients, on different people, on different products, on different brands, on timekeeping, on business, on everything to do with running a business in the makeup industry. So I really think that helped me, and if I could recommend one thing to anyone starting out, is to go in a counter or go and work in the likes of somewhere like Makeup Pro Store, because it literally benefits you so much in every aspect of running your own business. It can be really hard to run a business when you don't have the knowledge behind it. I think it's totally natural when you're starting out to doubt yourself and not think you're good enough, especially now with Instagram being so strong with all the artists and everything. It is very easy to go onto Instagram and look at all these amazing artists and compare yourself to them, especially when you're starting out. But my main advice for that is to not compare yourself to them. You're not at their level. They may have years of experience ahead of you. You're only starting out, so you can only do as good as you are right now. So just take it every single day. Keep watching YouTube. I think YouTube is so good for anyone that's starting out, because you can literally learn whatever the hell you want. You just have to type in blue cut crease, green smoky eye, whatever you want, and it's sitting right there for you to watch. I think it's so helpful to keep updated on product knowledge and also skills. So definitely YouTube. Another thing I would say is to go and do artist lessons. I can't recommend artist lessons enough for people. Go choose your favorite artists out there and go do makeup lessons with them, because as well as picking up skills from them, you're also going to pick up so much knowledge from them and so much advice that they can give you. I love doing artist lessons because I literally sit like this and just chat, and we just share each other's experiences, and I just give them as much advice as I possibly can when it comes to taking photos, social media, editing, whatever it may be, trying to get started, trying to stay motivated. I love sitting and chatting to someone face to face about all of that. So I think going and doing one-to-one artist lessons with your favorite artists out there is brilliant, and I think that's the most beneficial thing in my eyes to do when you're starting out. For me, starting out, my zen was to sit down and just do something creative. I loved just sitting down and playing with makeup and coming up with some crazy looks, and then I'd take my pictures and post them up on Instagram. I literally did not think that it was ever going to progress to what it is now. I literally was just doing it out of passion, and I think that you need to just work on what you love doing and what you want to do yourself. Don't think about anyone else and what they're doing, because that's only going to hold you back. Do what you love, and your love and your passion's going to show in all your looks, and you're going to gradually become more noticed and just grow more as an artist. I think back then it was a lot easier to just be creative because there was no social media really. People didn't have a following, and I think now everyone's getting so hyped up on getting a following, which is just the completely wrong way to go. When I started into makeup, I literally was just posting the selfies just for people around that knew me to see what I was up to and what I was doing, and I just was really proud of my work, so I was just showing it off to anyone that wanted to see, and gradually my following went up, and I honestly never expected that to happen, and it's just a blessing that it did. I literally love what I do right now. I have the best job in the world. I couldn't be happier with it, but it all came from passion and love, and not trying to be someone else or trying to compete with other artists. I never ever looked at other artists. I went and looked at them for inspiration, and I always loved following loads of different artists, but I always stayed true to my own artistry and my own creativity. And I think right now it can get very hard with social media and everything that's going on now to kind of get off that and just go with the flow of what everyone else is doing, which is something I don't want to do, and something I think if you want to grow and be your own artist, you need to not do. Okay, so Lauren asked, what made you dye your hair brown? That's a good question. I literally went to the hairdressers a couple of days ago and just said to her, do what you want, and this is what happened. And I actually really like it. I definitely am going to be blonde for summer though, but I would love to do something crazy, like go like pink or blue. I don't know, I'm just being very adventurous. I love making myself look different every day, so this is a nice change, but it probably won't last that long. Lauren also asked, do you think it's better to train with other makeup artists to improve makeup skills rather than do a course brackets in the tack? Yes, 100%. If you want to go to the tack and do beauty, you're really going to focus on beauty. You're not going to focus a lot on makeup. If you're looking to do makeup on its own, 100% go and do courses. You don't even need to go to the tack to do makeup. You literally can go and do artist lessons, do makeup courses, and you will be flying. I didn't do beauty in the tack, but a lot of people that I have trained and a lot of people that I know have done beauty have said that they don't touch on makeup a lot. So I definitely think for you to gain amazing skills in makeup and get really good knowledge and experience from other people, then I would definitely go to makeup artists and go to courses rather than go to the tack. Okay, so Lindsay asked what are my favourite eyelashes, so I already answered that one. And she also said, this may seem like a silly question, there is no silly questions, but can you tell me exactly what Duraline can be used for? I've used it for eyeshadow, glitter liner, etc., but would you recommend using it with anything else? The main thing I use Duraline for is to melt away my product, so to soften out the gel in the corners of my eye and things like that. I don't actually use it for glitters or anything, but I mainly use it to melt away product so that it blends a lot better. Okay, so Caitlin said, I find it so hard to get an eyeshadow that will open, complement my eyes. Do you have any makeup tips for someone with small brown eyes? Well, I have small brown eyes and I know a lot of people have smaller, so what I would do is pretty much the same as what I do for everyone else. I like to bring my shadow up. The higher you lift your shadow, the bigger the eye will look. So don't be afraid to bring it up close to the brow. Not completely up to the brow, but bringing it up that bit higher gives the illusion of a bigger eye. For me as well, because I don't have a lot of room above, I like to smoke my eyes out below, which sometimes can close the eye, but for me it just gives more proportion to my face. I like darkness in my waterline, but I think sometimes that can close the eye. So actually using something like a concealer pencil or a white liner in the waterline can really open up the eye. I always hear Kaylee MUA saying that when you put black in your waterline, it's like wearing a dress. When you wear black, it makes you look smaller, so black in the waterline will make your eyes look smaller, and then wearing white makes you look bigger. So putting white or anything bright in there just gives the illusion of a bigger eye. Okay, so Hannah asked, do I do one-to-one lessons? Yes, I do. I do one-to-one lessons for someone on a personal level where they just want to work on themselves. I also do artist-to-artist lessons. I am going to do a video solely on my lessons and just chat you through absolutely everything because I get a lot of questions about my lessons. Okay, so Becky asked, how do you stay so positive and motivated? What is your process for creative makeups? Like, who inspires you, or how do you come up with the ideas that aren't just repeats of other people's work? That is a really good question. So I'll start off with the how do you stay so positive and motivated. To be honest with you, I'm not always like woo positive and motivated. I wish I was every single day of life. Everyone has them days where they're demotivated and they just can't get anything done because they're feeling so negative. And I feel like there's so many factors on why people feel like that and why I feel like that sometimes. So I try to figure that out and try to avoid what makes me feel negative. So I always try to stay positive by doing things that are keeping me feeling positive, but there is 100% days where I get up and I feel so demotivated and I feel anxious. And I think with my job where I work for myself, I put so much stress and so much pressure on myself that it becomes very overwhelming and I get a lot of anxiety for it. And that's exactly what happened to me about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just got so riddled with anxiety over stress and over just putting a lot of pressure on myself that I actually just had to sit down and say to myself, Kira, you need to just take a break because you have just worked yourself into the ground and you ran yourself down where you actually are not getting things done because you're overthinking absolutely everything. And I think a lot of people might relate to that. Some people may not, but for me, I do feel negative sometimes and I do get anxiety, and that's exactly why I haven't posted in 2 weeks, because I wasn't feeling myself 2 weeks ago, and I literally said to myself, you need to sort out what is going on with you before you get back in front of the camera and chat to everyone, because I don't want to be producing work that I'm not happy with. And the main thing I've learned from this past 3 or 4 weeks is that it's really important to actually take a break and to look after yourself, to really listen to your body and do things that help relax and calm you and help you switch off. Because for me, I very rarely do switch off. Even when I'm going to sleep, I find my brain's on overdrive. So what I've been practicing this past few weeks is doing things that help relax me and help get me out of work mode. So for me, I got myself in a really bad routine where I wasn't eating good, I wasn't exercising, I wasn't taking care of myself, I just was work on the brain. So I wanted to change all of that. So the first thing I done was got my sleep under control, and I went and got myself little oils and things that help you sleep, and just little novelties that I thought would help me, and they have. Even if they're working or not, I still like to just do it whenever I'm going to bed, and it just helps relax me. I also got back into my exercise routine, so I'm back with my PT, and no matter what I do, I make sure I go to sleep nice and early so that I'm up with loads of energy and able to work out. I also am eating really healthy at the minute and drinking loads of water, so it's making me feel really good about myself. And then lastly, I've been doing things that help me switch off, whether it be hanging out with my friends a little bit more. I love to take baths and just relax and switch off, light loads of candles and just watch YouTube and just do things that aren't work related and not punish myself for not working. It's crazy, but with this job you just genuinely don't switch off, and I'm sure a lot of people that are in this industry would relate to that even when you're sitting down and you're on your phone, you're still doing something work related. You're on your emails, or you're editing a picture to post, or you're doing something to try and catch up with everything. So it's just a constant ongoing thing, and I absolutely love my job by all means, but there is times where you do just need to have a break and shut off from everything, which is what I done. And I genuinely feel like a different human from 2 weeks ago, and I just think now that I'm in more of a positive mindset, I am able to produce so much more positive videos. And the main thing I've learned over the past couple of weeks is to just look after yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. You just have to look after you. You are so important. That's the most important thing. When you feel good and feel happy and feel positive in yourself, everything else around you is positive. The law of attraction is real, guys. Like literally, positive energy coming out of you is positive energy coming back. So just always remember that. And if you are feeling anxious or negative or anything like that, just take a little break and focus on what's important, what makes you relax, what makes you happy, and focus on your mind, body and soul. I seriously sound like Buddha. And the other part of that question was, what is your process for creative makeups? Like, who inspires you, or how do you come up with ideas that aren't just repeats of other people's work? This is such a good question to me, because I can't recreate someone else's work, because I genuinely will not be satisfied with what I've created, because I've genuinely not contributed any creativity to the look, which would drain my soul. I couldn't create something that isn't coming from my mind. Of course, I'm getting inspiration from everything else around me, and I do get inspiration from other looks and other artists, but I need to have my own take on it. So for me, how I start a creative look is straight from Instagram and Pinterest and Google. So I'll think of what I'm looking to do. I'll maybe have colours in mind, or I'll have a theme in mind. I absolutely love doing themes like Valentine's Day, Christmas. I love themes. So I'll think of a theme, or I'll think of a colour scheme that I've really wanted to do, and then I'll start looking up different things that inspire me. So for the likes of Christmas, so for me, if I wanted to do a Christmas look, I am literally gonna start googling Christmas paintings, Christmas pictures, Christmas everything. Literally, it doesn't have to be makeup. I literally Google, Pinterest, Instagram, absolutely everything, screenshot, put it all in an album, and then I just start getting all these random ideas in my head just merging together. So I'll take inspiration from different things, but I'll make it into my own. So I never really copy, I just always screenshot loads of different things, and I'll just get some inspiration from that and then take it from there. Literally everything I look at I get inspired by. Like, I could sit and stare at a garden and I'm inspired by it. Like, everything I look at is art in my eyes, and I think that is just an artist thing in any realm of artistry, whether it be painting, whether it be sculpture, whether it be makeup, anything. you take inspiration from absolutely everything that you look at. So that's something that I do a lot and I take so much inspiration from, but I always have some sort of an idea of where I'm starting, and then I'll start googling and researching to try and find more inspiration to kind of guide me to the look I want to create. And also when I'm creating a look, it just completely escalates into something completely different to maybe what I've actually originally thought of. So you just have to literally go with what your mind's telling you to do, and that's the whole kind of journey into making your own creation. Okay, so Shauna asked, can you remember what your first eyeshadow palette was? I'm pretty sure it was one of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Like, every man, woman and child had the Urban Decay Naked palette. Like, it was a must-have in your makeup bag. I used to get all my friends to line up and I would do all their makeups. And remember, there was an Urban Decay palette and it was like all electric colours. I would have sat one friend down and done a full pink look, and then the next one would get full blue, the next would get full green, and I would literally have a ball and everyone was going out looking absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so another Shauna asked me a couple of different questions. So the first one is, what are your favourite MAC products? My favourite MAC products are definitely their lipsticks. I really love. I love Select Cover Up Concealer, and I also love their mineralized skin finish products. The Give Me Sun and Dark Deep are my favourites for bronzing up the skin. What are your top 3 brushes? That's really difficult. I'm gonna do a video solely on my favourite brushes of all time, the brushes I can't live without, the brushes I need for every single application, so I'll definitely do that soon. What are your go-to foundations? I've also answered that. And how are you so gorgeous and lovely and positive? That is so lovely, thank you so much. But again, like I said, I like to be as positive as I possibly can, but there is times where I have my down days too. I do stay positive a lot of the time. I like to listen to motivational speakers. The main thing that keeps me motivated are my goals and like my ambitions for the future. I have a lot of things that I want to happen that I know are gonna happen because I can visualize them and I know it's coming, and I just get really excited and motivated when I think about it. So I think that's something that keeps me always motivated and always positive, because I'm constantly thinking this is one step closer to what I want or where I'm going or what's happening. And I just genuinely can't imagine my life without having goals and ambitions and a passion. Like, I genuinely just can't imagine like getting up every day and just doing the same thing every single day of life and just thinking like this is gonna be the rest of my life. Like, I need to have like set goals and I need to have dreams and ambitions, and I just think like, what is life without dreams? Like, you need to have things to work towards and you need to just stay positive and motivated and be excited for your future. So I just think that keeps me motivated because I have so much that I want to do with my life that it just makes me really excited. I read a part of this book recently and it said that when you wake up you have an ego telling you, and that's kind of like that anxiety and negativity telling you that you can't do what you've set out to do for the day. Like, I always give myself a to-do list and there's days where I don't get it all done and I'm literally looking at it going like, that literally could have all been done if you had put your mind to it, but I let the ego inside of me tell me that I couldn't do it all, and I've just, you know, neglected it and procrastinated and didn't get it all done, which is really annoying. Because see, when you set yourself tasks to do every single day and you get them all done, you literally go to bed so motivated and so positive, and if you keep doing that every single day, it's going to get you to the next level where you want to be. So that's something that I really believe in, setting yourself tasks every day that's going to bring you to that next level, that's going to bring you closer to your goal, and that just makes me really positive and motivated. Okay, so Claire asked for some advice on how to get into the makeup industry. I'm in an office job and would love to do makeup professionally. Okay, so for someone like Claire that's in a different career path completely, what I would recommend doing is going and doing a couple of artist to artist lessons, or going and doing a makeup course, and just keep watching the likes of YouTube and stuff to build up your skills, just so you know that this is 100% where you want to go, because you could venture into it and leave your other job and maybe potentially not like it. So make sure that you're 100% all for it, and I think if you love it and you have a passion for it, leave your job and go straight into makeup. There is no point in living your life doing something that you aren't enjoying. Do something you're passionate about and you literally don't feel like you're working. So 100% what I would recommend for you, Claire, is to go and do some courses. Go do some makeup lessons with different artists and see how you get on, and just keep practicing and building up your skills. The one thing I would recommend anyone that wants to get into this industry is to literally go hard with your social media. Social media gets you recognition, and yes, of course, there's more to it than social media, but social media is going to be your platform for getting clients in. So the more you go hard with your social media, the more you create looks and promote yourself with them by putting up pictures, by promoting different offers, by just doing whatever it takes to promote yourself. Do it and the work will come to you. Clients will start to recognize you and notice you. Different artists will, brands will, whatever area you want to work in. Definitely just go hard at it and go hard with your social media. Practice, practice, practice. Do loads of different looks and post them all. My pictures, even last year, I look at, and some of them I cringe at, but I love seeing the progress, and I love seeing like how creative I was back then as well. And I just love looking at how I've gradually came along throughout the years on my Instagram, and it's also a portfolio of work. People can go on now, and brands can go on now and just check out your whole feed and see what you're made of, what potential you have, what area of makeup you're stronger in, and overall it just gets your name out there. So I definitely think it doesn't even matter if you've done no courses whatsoever. Sit and practice on yourself. The best thing you can do is sit down with all your makeup and practice. That's when I create my best work ever. And the looks I put up on Instagram, the ones that I've sat down and just took the time and just been creative with, are the ones that get the best feedback. So I definitely think that is the main thing, even if you haven't done one makeup lesson. But I definitely think if you're sitting in an office job and you're unhappy and you want to get into makeup, go for it. If you love it, you will not regret it. Who is my favourite makeup artist? I have loads of favourite makeup artists. One of my absolute favourite makeup artists is actually my best friend, Ellen Looney. I worked with Ellen from day one. We worked together in Makeup Pro Store, and we've completely grown up together in Makeup Pro Store, and she's literally one of the best makeup artists out there, and I'm not being biased. Her style is so unique, like you can literally tell Ellen's makeup a mile off. It's just so beautiful. Her makeups are just gorgeous, and if I was to trust one person in the world to do my makeup, it would be Ellen. There's so many different makeup artists that inspire me in different ways and that I really look up to in different ways. I look at the likes of Makeup by Mario, Pat McGrath, Makeup by Ariel, and I just look at their makeups and see so much beauty. And then I look at the likes of Stacey Marie and Mitchell and the likes of Kaylee, Lolav and Nikki Tutorials and loads of different artists like that, and they're just so creative and amazing and colourful, and it's just completely different artists. I love variation with artists, and I love to see the colourful, amazing, creative ones, and I also love to see the absolute beautiful makeups as well. Okay, so my favourite Instagram accounts. Okay, so we'll start off with makeup. I absolutely live for Stacey Marie and Mitchell and Kaylee and Lolav and Makeup by Aaron, and who else? They're all the amazing creative makeup artists that I love to go onto their Instagram and just see what they're up to. I just love seeing all the colourfulness and just the creativity. Another absolute fave Instagram account of mine is Milk. Literally, I get so much inspiration from him. I am absolutely obsessed with all his face charts. I actually don't know if it's a he, but I'm just gonna say he. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with Milk and all the face charts. They give me so much inspiration. I love James Charles, Jamie Genevieve, Desi Perkins, and I love Sarah Hay. I love their style to their Instagrams where they can put their makeup photos in and also do more fashion and funky pictures. Then I absolutely also love the Insta Baddies, Insta Ho pages like Million Mamas, Trippin' Pudas, Classy Faces. Like I literally spend so long just going through the whole page. Like I absolutely love them. I'll list my favourite ones down below. I just can't think of them all off my head. And then I love the more travel-y, bloggery kind of style as well. I love Charms I love Sarah Ashcroft. Like, I absolutely live for them kind of Instagram pages. So I'll link loads of my favourite Instagrams down below and you can go check them out and you can get loads of inspiration and loads of fun pictures to look at. What is my favourite nude lips? So I have loads of different ones and I actually want to do a video fully on nude lips because I have so many faves and so many combinations of lip liners and lip products that I love to use to make the most amazing nude lips. So I will definitely do a video on that because I have so many. At the minute I'm absolutely in love with the Maybelline Nude Embrace. It's a matte one. I love Buffy by Line Crime. It's always going to be a favourite. I love Naked by Illamasqua. I love Bow and Arrow by Kat Von D. I love Yash by MAC. I love number 37 HD Lip Tint and number 17 by Inglot. I love number 74 Makeup Studio. I love Amber by Luna by Lisa. And I love Peaches and Cream Lip Gloss in the shade Honey. Oh, I have so many. I literally need to go through them all and just chat you through them all, so I will definitely do a video on that. Okay, do you prefer doing makeup or doing one-to-one lessons? I love teaching. Like, teaching is my passion. I absolutely love sharing my knowledge and experience with other people and helping other people, and I just love interacting with people that have the same passion as me. It's just so much fun. It's like literally just sitting down and chatting to friends about something that you all love. So I don't even feel like I work when I teach, but I also absolutely love doing makeups on clients. I love more so doing makeup on people when I'm in control of the makeup, not when they're in control. So say when I have a model in and I can literally just do something on them and they're like a blank canvas to me. I love doing other people's makeup more so than I love doing my own. Like, I prefer having a model rather than doing my own makeup because I feel like I work better on other people. But yeah, I love both, but I think I'll always teach, and that's why I love YouTube so much, because I'm able to share with you all my knowledge on products and whatever it may be, and I'm just able to reach out to so many people at once. So I literally love that so much. Okay guys, so this is my last question, and this one is from Erica, and Erica has said, not sure if I'm too late, but I know you're nocturnal and could do this at all hours. A few questions for you, babe, lol. Erica, you would not be wrong. I actually don't even want to tell you what time it is. Like, I actually am insane. It's 10 to 5 in the morning. And I haven't slept. Like, I've been filming all night. I was doing my makeup and then I filmed, so I know I'm insane and I've just ruined my sleeping pattern, but it's all for you guys, so please appreciate and like and subscribe and do all of that stuff. Thank you. So she said, what are your must-have necessities for a makeup artist kit? I would say focus more on your base products because everything else you kind of build up over time anyway. If you've got like your go-to brown palette, if you've got your go-to purpley tones, if you've got kind of go-to colors for eyeshadows and stuff, then you're kind of pretty much sorted. It's more your base products that you need to really focus on. How do you stand out from everyone else when applying for a counter makeup job to work for a brand, i.e. your CV portfolio? What I would say is just be extra AF, just do all you can, be really outgoing, be really confident, be really sure of yourself. If you go into a counter and apply for a job and you are full glam and you're full of confidence, they will almost just hire you immediately. Like, you literally just need to ooze confidence and you just need to be really friendly, and as long as you are showing that you're creative and you have a passion for makeup, your skills will progress when you're on the counter. But I think to get into the counter you just need to show that you're really driven and you want the job and you're really eager for it, and if they pick up that you're really passionate about it, then I definitely think that is the best way to get their attention. Also, your social media and the pictures that you've taken over time will all stand by you 100%, so practice, do loads of makeup looks, take loads of pictures, post them on Instagram and show them, tag them on things so that you're getting their attention. There's so many different ways of just getting attention and promoting yourself and putting yourself out there to different brands, but at the minute social media is so good for that, so definitely promote yourself on your social media, get loads of pictures and show them pictures when you're there, and even print them out and give them to them so that they really can't ignore them. Okay guys, so that is all the questions I'm going to answer for today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope that helped anyone out there that needed it. Please don't forget to like it if you did enjoy the video, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm so happy that so many of you are tuning in to watch my videos. It means the world to me, so if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you all very soon.